Good morning. It's time for another juicy rad reflection, and today, I was sitting with some old stuff. Old stuff that sometimes is currently in the present. It's everything from the relationships with my parents, to intimate relationships, to work environments, to friendships. Relationship, period. Bottom line. Like attracts like. You got to see what's in front of you. You got to be willing to recognize that you're attracting to you everything that is about you and what it is to work on within yourself. What are you going to hold on to? What are you going to let go of? You see people, I know myself, I'll see someone, I'll be like, wow, I really admire that person. And at that same moment, I have to also own that whatever it is I admire in that person, that resides within me. I'm seeing me in that person at all times. And then when I see something, I'm a little bit like, ooh, I dislike that. That's showing me about me as well. Maybe it's an aspect I'm working on healing. Maybe it's something I might have been in the past. If I don't resonate, or if I do resonate, it's all connected. You can't dismiss what you like or dislike from being a part of you, because it's all the wholeness of who we are. And so when relationships, whether it's our intimate relationships, our friendships, our family, whoever it is, they are there because vibrationally we attract one another. And when you look at how you engage, how those relationships play out, you start to recognize the patterns, whether it's your belief system, your thoughts, your behavior, any actions that you take. All of that is playing out to teach you and give you this beautiful gift, this lesson, this blessing, this opportunity to see where maybe you need to own and embrace those beautiful qualities within yourself, or you need to let go and release old stuff that's no longer serving you, because it's all relevant. That's who we are. So I was sitting with and thinking about some of the old stuff I've dealt with in my past. I've been in relationships where I couldn't understand, why was this person treating me this way? Maybe you can relate to this. I don't deserve this treatment. This person is just not treating me the way I deserve to be treated. And I've had to be humble and recognize, oh my gosh, there's a pattern here. This person's showing me what I deserve, number one, and what I don't deserve. But they're also showing me that maybe I didn't feel worthy enough to treat myself that way. And that if on a subtle level, I also have to own and be accountable for the energy that I bring to that relationship or relationships I've had in the past. If someone's treating me unkindly, I have to think about, well, how do I speak to myself and how am I showing up for myself? Or maybe that person is really showing me that it's time to walk out the door and let go. This is what we all, for our individual personal experiences, have to learn and discern. What is healthy? What is helping us grow? What's time to move on from? Because there is no right or wrong answer. It's just, what are you capable of working with? What are you willing to show up to and work through? Or what are you willing to let go and move on from? The same situation could be, and I've experienced this as well, that maybe you've been in a relationship where that person dotes on you, loves on you, and it's just so overwhelming. You're like, really? I feel this is too much. But there's an underlying belief that maybe you don't feel you deserve to be treated so wonderfully. I've been through that too. And then instead of embracing and saying, oh my gosh, am I really that lovable? I never questioned that back then, because in the past, I really had a very hard will, like, oh, I don't know, this person's, maybe they're too needy, but maybe it was that I wasn't allowing myself to receive that much love because I didn't have that much love for myself. So relationships can play out from one extreme to the other, and you can find the balance in between. And there are relationships worth holding on to, and then there are relationships who serve you just for that brief period, just to learn a small lesson or a big lesson, depends on how long you hold on to it. But more often than not, the relationship is not there for you to just stick it through. It's there to help you grow and move through life and see where you can let go of the rigidity, the dogma, all the beliefs, the thoughts, the old patterns, the roles, the stories that we create. Relationship is there for that reason alone. Because we are humans and we're here to connect with one another. And so that is one of the things I've been sitting with today, like really juicy stuff, and how beneficial and beautiful each and every relationship has been in my life and serving. And even the ones that were my work environments where I felt like, oh my gosh, I felt the victim, and they just kept attacking, and I was wondering why. What is this situation about? Back in the past, I was so caught up in victimhood, I couldn't see through it to see that it was really an internal job that I needed to work on. I needed to work on my self-worth, that I didn't need to explain myself. I didn't have to be the victim, that I could step up into my personal power and have dignity and respect for myself that would also unfold and allow others to show up the same way. And see, one of the things that I've learned through all of my relationships, that the moment I was willing and able to own my own stuff, take a responsibility, be accountable for my belief system, my thoughts, all the patterns that I had been playing out, and to look through the past as examples of what kept repeating itself. The moment I saw that there was a pattern in my own belief system was the opportunity, was the gift to me, that when I was accountable for it, oh my gosh, it was like this ripple out effect. Boom, I'm making a change. And the moment I chose to change with that responsibility that I took on, the accountability and owning my stuff, change became huge. It rippled out. It became massive. And the people in my life, it was like something lifted off of them. And they may not have known how powerful, profound, it may have been subtle. Might have been a small shift. But I'm telling you, that's when stuff got real, miracles happened, and I can just see it for what it is now because I'm in a better space. But it took a lot of work, and it takes the humbleness of showing up every day on my mat for me to recognize, wow, I am that too. And how can I work with that? Instead of holding on or resisting something I feel should be a certain way, don't go shoulding on yourself. We already talked about that. Shooting on yourself is a shame-blame game. You don't need any more guilt from yourself or anyone else. Just forgive yourself for the past and see the opportunity in the moment. And then you can make the most beautiful future just by being present. And that's the true gift. Don't give up on your relationships unless you feel that you have not worked on yourself enough. The work you do on yourself is the gift you give to relationships that you have and will have. Life shows us contrast, especially to know what we desire, what we want, what we deserve. And the beauty is that's how you learn what aligns with your soul. That's how you know and learn how to flow. I have to say that there's a gift, there's a blessing. It doesn't matter where you've been, it matters where you're at. And the past doesn't just dictate the future unless you hold so tightly onto it. Be careful of the words you speak because they have power. They are energy. So for today's beautiful reading, we're going to have this This is beautiful. You needn't worry. And allow that. You needn't worry. And the colors are beautiful, very rainbow-ish. There's no one in your life who hasn't always loved you. They're all just learning how to show it. Love, big sillies, the universe. Is that not appropriate to relationships? When you really stop and think about it, you needn't worry. And I think that's the biggest driver behind a lot of our patterns is the fear of not being loved or liked or accepted for who we are. But the moment you are willing to own and accept with forgiveness, love, and compassion yourself, you're giving other people the permission to do the same. And there's no one in your life who hasn't always loved you. They're all just learning how to show it. And when you show up to you, you're giving others permission to do the same. And the way that you treat yourself is how people will show up to treat you. And that is really truly the gift of getting to know who you are first, so that you can also be the best version of you. It's all you can do. Never take any relationship for granted, because they're all serving you to be the best version of you. So much love. Have an amazingly blessed day.